Hello and welcome to a brand new video. It's such a beautiful day outside. I don't know if you can see through the window, but it's currently blue skies. London is currently experiencing a heat wave, so I need to make the most of it, and I feel like I'm going to bring you guys along with my day. Got quite a lot planned today. I've got some work to do. I'm also going to head to the gym, drop gym and do back. I'm going to do something a little different, so I'll talk you guys through that. And also, I'm excited to share the big news with you. So stay tuned for that. Let's get into it. So it's roughly 6:30 AM now, and to be honest, I'm normally back from the gym by now, but I'm going to the gym a little bit later with my friend. That I'm going a little bit later, I still want to start off my day active, so I'm starting off on the walking pad, doing roughly 3,000 to 4,000 steps. It's going to be a very step-heavy day, considering the sun's out and we're experiencing a heat wave. So yeah, I'm just going to hop on the treadmill, go outside, have my breakfast, have a coffee, then answer some emails, do some admin work, the boring stuff, and then yeah, I'm going to head to the gym. So I've just finished on the treadmill. I'm currently sitting on 4,500 steps for the morning, which I'm really happy with. That the sun is nice, I'm going to make most of my environment. I've just had my breakfast. I had overnight oats. It was roughly 50 grams with some protein and PB Fit. I made that last night just so it's quick, convenient. I could just pick up and have that with no preparation this morning. And I also had that along with a black coffee. Now that it's such a nice day, I'm going to make the most of the weather because we don't really get this in London. So I'm just going to got my laptop here and I'm just going to work until I go gym. So it's just gone 10 past 10 and I finished my work for the morning, done my steps. So now it's time to the gym. I'm buzzing. I'm going to go and try something different. The mad thing is my car is reading 31 degrees, which is insane for this early. I'm pretty sure that's not what the weather is. It's probably 21 degrees. My phone is saying outside is 21. But yeah, got to make the most of it. So I'll see you in the gym. All right, that sounds about right. 23.5 degrees. Wagwan!
Wagwan, yeah.
What are you saying? You ready for this?
Ready for this. Always ready for a pull day.
Come on. So this is 3 different variations of pull-ups. I actually watched this in a Christian Guzman video last night, where he does 4 sets AMRAP pull-ups of the 3 variations. So the wide grip, the neutral grip, and underarm grip. So I just wanted to give that a go. I had big rests in between, and by the time I finished this, I actually felt dead, and I felt like that was enough back workout for the day. But we just pushed through. But yeah, couldn't recommend it anymore. Give it a go. Next exercise went into the deficit pendlay row. I've stayed away from bent over rows and anything which requires me to arch my back, especially on back day, because it's just too taxing on my lower back. But the pendlay row is more or less perfect for me. That my torso is horizontal to the ground. I've got no lower back pain. So if you suffer with lower back pain, definitely give this one a try too. Straight into an isolation exercise in the straight arm pull down. I normally start with this and do like a lat activation. So I've done 3 sets of the straight arm pull down, and looking back at this, I could have went a lot heavier. Then I finished off hitting back with lat pull down. Definitely isn't one of my favorite back exercises. To be honest, I barely do this. Whenever I do a lat pull down, I normally do close grip. So it was nice to switch things up and go for a wide grip lat pull down today. And to finish off, I finished off with biceps. Normally I do 2 bicep exercises, but that I'd done the 3 sets of AMRAP pull-ups at the beginning. My biceps were pretty fatigued after that. So I only done 3 sets of 1 exercise of the straight arm barbell curls. And I know what it looks like, me curling in the squat rack. The gym was more or less empty. I wouldn't have done this otherwise. But yeah, that is my back day. Give it a try. And give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying the video. So that's it, that's all done. I'm just going for my afternoon walk now. I'm on a cart, I'm trying to hit a minimum of 10k steps a day. But that the weather is so nice, I just like being outdoors. I'm milking it. We don't get much sun in the UK. So I'm getting about 15 minimum for a walk in the afternoon and a walk in the evening. But yeah, that is such a nice day. I'm gonna go set up camp and I'll give you the news. So it's a beautiful day. I finally set up camp, and I basically wanted to tell you that I have finally done it. I finally booked my one-way ticket to Marbella. I've got a one-way flight in September and my accommodation sorted for a month until I find somewhere long-term. But I feel like there's a massive release off my chest because this is something which I have wanted to do for the last, I'd say, 2.5 years. I think halfway through. When I started this YouTube channel back in mid 2022, I made it with intent to move there long term, but I've just had so many obstacles in the way. I feel like I've always been that person to have, okay, I've got to wait until this, I've got to wait until this, I've got to wait until this. But now that is all finished and now I can finally go. Beforehand, I had my degree. I was planning to graduate, get a fully remote job. That fully remote job was going to help support myself, and I'll be able to work remote while I'm abroad, basically. But there's so much competition for remote jobs, so I just completely had to scrap that. I was supposed to go by March 2024, but yeah, it just wasn't the case. This competition was so high. I quit the corporate life and just went all in on social media. All in, I started doing UGC, which is going really well, and I'm growing my brand as well. So ideally, I want to be doing this full time. So it's just a process, and hopefully one day I'll get there. And I also had the obstacle of my Greek Cypriot passport. So basically, as a British citizen, if you go to somewhere in Europe as a British citizen, you could only stay in the EU or a European country for 90 days tops. But I've had this idea to leave the UK and go and live somewhere long term, basically. So I don't want to have this 90 days on top of my head. So now that I've finally got my Cypriot passport, I could basically go permanently, which is good news. So obviously London is still home, my family still live here, my brothers still live here. So I feel like it is a perfect time in my life to basically switch it up. I've more or less been doing the same thing every day, going to the same gym, same walks, same group of friends. So I just really need to change it up. That I'm more or less the only person doing content out of myself. It is very difficult to network and like grow, so I feel like moving to Marbella would be great and it will help me network. Well, yeah, that is the big update, which I've been kind of holding on to for the last like 2 years, because I just feel like I've been in limbo. But now that everything has finally aligned, I finally got my passport, finally like grown my business, the day has finally come. As you can imagine, I'm buzzing. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna soak up some sun now and I'm gonna go home. I'm currently on a cut, so I'm gonna show you a way to increase the volume of your food on a cut. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So this meal is nothing special at all. All I basically do is swap out 250 grams of long grain rice, which is roughly 360 calories. And I basically just swap it with a bag of frozen mixed veg, and swap in the 250 grams of long grain rice to the mixed veg roughly saves about 200 calories. So it's perfect if you're on a cut like this. So yeah, give it a go. It might save you some calories in your next cut. But yeah, I'm gonna dig in. So this meal is roughly normally 685 calories. It's just gone from 685 to 468. So massive saving calories here. It's time to go and walk this off now. So that is it. It's come to the end of the day. I went on another walk after dinner, soaked up some more sun. I'm currently sitting on 17,000 steps, which is a standard when the sun is out. I'm going for my afternoon walks and evening walks, just trying to make the most of the sun. You can probably see my shoulder here. I've got a little bit of a farmer's tan going on, which I'm not too happy about, but it is what it is. Hopefully it evens out. The time is roughly 9:45 PM at night, and as you can see, it's still bright outside. I absolutely love summer in London. It is a 10 out of 10, but it's time for that next chapter for me. But anyways, I've shared with you the good news. If you made it to the end of the video, give it a thumbs up and watch this next video.